What's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of Dingers with the Boys. Boys with a Z.
Yeah.
Final Olympic
Yes.
pod here.
This is like our Olympic wrap-up.
Yep, just
episode.
finished. So sad that the Olympics are done.
Yeah.
It's-
It comes and goes so quick.
Mhm.
It's so much fun watching. We spend pretty much all day watching, and then just like that,
It's just
gone.
over. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's funny because for me, I never really was that into the opening ceremony and closing ceremony. Some people get like closure with that kind of thing. I'm like, I don't know, I just want to watch the stuff still.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I
like,
know, it almost makes it worse. I don't think I've ever watched a closing ceremony for any Olympics.
Megan,
I watched some like clips here and there of this one, but
that's where
I
I'll
don't
see
watch
every
it.
like a little bit here and there and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, Megan, she loves both of those, and so
yeah.
I kind of watched them with her. I was half asleep last night when she was telling it,
Yeah.
and it was funny. I remember I was like dozing off, and she was like, "Hon, Tom Cruise is now jumping off and stuff. He's on top of." Oh, cool! And
Yeah, I saw Tom Cruise at the gold medal match for the women's soccer
Yep,
game, but I had no
he
idea
was actually at a
that he was
lot
going to
of
be.
stuff.
Yeah,
hmm
I was like, that's pretty awesome. That's one of my favorite things of watching the Olympics is just seeing all these like famous celebrities. Like,
hmm
it's funny. Like we talked about, Snoop Dogg is
Yeah.
like the USA mascot.
Well,
pretty much.
it's interesting too because like the city of LA, that's him, you
Yeah.
know. And so, all right, is he going to be big in 2028 too?
Probably
Uh,
like
I don't know.
I don't know. Like we'll see. Hopefully, but
Yeah. So I was looking some stuff up. How many medals? So how many medal events do you think there was? This was for me. I was shocked by this.
I think it was.
There was 32 sports. So
Okay.
that helped. 32 sports, but how many medaled events? Because like swimming, for example, has quite a bit. You know. So how many medaled events do you think there was?
180.
You're going to be shocked.
Maybe.
That's how I thought it was. 329
Wow.
medal events. That's
pretty crazy.
insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's 329 gold medals handed out. And I know that there's a couple that like you can
So is
tie
that
and
counting
stuff.
like team events, like so
Like
everybody
basketball?
on the team?
No,
so-
not 320. So like basketball is one of those 329.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah. So
That's nuts.
dude, isn't that crazy?
I knew it would be a lot, but man,
Yeah.
I did not think over 200.
When I saw that, I was like, I have to ask Kyle this because
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, probably in the high 100s, and like even
that's
then,
pretty crazy.
when I saw there was 32 sports, I was like, even then, I'm like, yeah, but there's a lot in track and there's a lot in swimming and different stuff.
So that
like
means USA got almost a third.
we got 126 medals. So, but this is just the medal event. So
Okay.
so we got 40 gold medals out of the 329.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So 44 of the silver, 42 of the bronze. So yeah, it wasn't. If you do that, like I said, I know there's some ties and stuff too.
Yeah.
So really, there's what 987 medals
Yeah.
per
That's
se
insane.
given, and we got 126 of them, which is crazy to
I
think
wonder-
because it's like, wow, the U.S. they are dominant. They get so many medals. When you look at it like that, it's
Yeah.
like, wow, and we
I
were the
know-
highest.
I know this is the second most medals I think USA has won.
Yep. So I have that wrote down.
Yeah.
This was the most medals that we've won since 1984. Do you know how much?
Wasn't it like 174?
Nice, 174. Yep, you got it. Which that's like crazy too. I was like, wow, that's a lot of medals.
Yeah.
And then when you think about it, I
Which
I guess I don't know.
I wonder like how many events there were in 1984 because surely there's
I'm sure there was
probably
less.
more now.
Yeah, yeah. There's
So
I'm
it's like
sure there
that's
was less.
insane.
I should have looked that
how
up.
much they were, but
This is also the first time in Summer Olympics history that there was a tie in gold medals at the top,
wow.
that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
I would say the U.S. probably is usually up there. China,
Yeah.
I know, like the diving, they're big. They
Yeah.
actually swept all 8 diving events
Yeah.
this year.
That's not a
Which-
surprise. Watching them this year, I saw one video online that it was like a a meme or whatever. Is that one of the Chinese dancer or divers, and she dove, and then it's like the water forgot to splash. And,
Oh, really?
yeah, because it was perfect. Like it was
It's
awesome.
like, how do they
but
do that?
I don't know.
And,
But,
like all those flips, then it's like, all right, they barely. It
Yeah.
looks like they barely get. Like when I just get in the pool, it's a tidal wave.
Exactly.
It's not even
Yeah.
like jumping or anything. I'm
yeah,
just like
it's insane. And then,
slowly
like,
stepping in and whoo,
and they're
boom.
high up there.
Yeah.
They're pretty high up there.
I don't know
so-
exactly how high that is.
Well, I know like 10
but-
meters. I don't know how many. Feet
Is that the
it
highest that they do? Is 10 meters?
I think it's
That's
like
around
right
30
around there.
feet-ish?
Yeah. So I think around
ish.
there.
I know it's not exact, but around.
There might be a event that's like
I thought
higher
it was
than
higher
10
than
meters,
that, but maybe not. I don't know.
There might be a 15-meter platform. Now
Hmm.
that I'm thinking about it,
I don't know. I think I would be scared just to jump in
Yeah.
from that high.
I agree.
honestly. And not let
like,
alone
not even
doing all
doing
this stuff.
flips and
It's
twists
just like,
and
okay, I need
all
to.
that stuff. Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that
It's-
would be insane.
dude,
I think that would be one of the sports that I would not want to try. That
Diving?
and pole vaulting. I think pole vaulting is another sport that just terrifies me because like you're running and
The thing
you're
with the pole
falling.
vault, and you always see videos. When you see pole vaulting, you don't usually see videos of them doing it, like
Yeah.
them actually getting it. It's usually like the
Yeah,
most of the videos I feel like you see, it's something snapped and then they fell on their back or they hit the pole or something like
Yeah.
you know. It's like,
and that pole like can't be.
how do you get into pole vaulting?
I know like high school you can do it, but
But it's like
I don't know like how you would even practice pole vaulting.
Exactly.
'cause I feel like you'd be scared. 'cause
You used to
think,
start with like a little 5-foot pole or
maybe.
something,
I
but
don't know.
the bigger they get, because like they bend too.
Yeah.
It's like I would be terrified.
Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, I don't even know. But I mean, the Sweden pole vaulter, he was probably one of the most
Mhm.
exciting
As
athletes.
a second gold now,
Yeah,
and he's still pretty young. I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
And so, yeah, he I think he owns the was it like the top 6 or the top 8 highest ever?
probably. I know he
Something
set
like
a
that.
world record.
Yeah, and it was
And he
his.
won.
I think he has either 6 or 8 of the
Yeah.
top highest pole,
Yeah.
or pole vaults ever. Another one that kind of got me was I watch it all the time, but the high jump.
Yeah,
How do you practice? Like the first couple times you do that, and because it's not like you're just jumping,
yeah,
you have to like do your body and just hopefully you land on the pad.
yeah.
Because where you're taking off is not on the pad, so you have to get over
I think
and
you-
know it's
I would imagine like starting off with no bar
and
maybe,
literally just
and then just trying
just
to
getting
jump,
used to
like,
it hitting
getting
and
used
stuff.
to like the rhythm and
Yeah.
like moving your body like that. But with like the high jumpers, it's weird because I feel like every single athlete has their different run up. Like
Mhm.
some people will start real wide, and then other people I saw just start straight up,
Yeah.
like straight in, and
Do you see them too?
But-
Every single time before they start, pretty much every one they go like this.
yeah.
And so it's like, all right, is that how they're like they want to
They
twist
must,
kind of
yeah.
thing?
I thought it was like, what do you think about? Because I saw this a couple times, like pole vaulting and high jumping. From what I saw, is the only sport where you can pass on.
Yeah,
like
we
a
were
height.
kind of talking about that. I
kinda
don't know
think that's
exactly
weird.
how it works though. I feel like there's got to be something because
Yeah, I don't know.
it,
like,
you know it just it wouldn't
it
make
just
sense.
seems
but
like because a U.S. men, like the men high jumper, they ended up getting a silver because of that. Like it might not have been
no
because of
women. You're talking about the women.
Oh, yeah,
the men
the
was
women.
against.
Yeah.
I can't remember where the guy was from,
New
but
Zealand.
then they ended up going on
that. Yeah,
like an like a overtime
jump
kind
off,
of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, it was the women pole vaulter. She ended up passing,
And then
and then
ended up
somebody
getting
else getting
silver.
out, so she got silver.
Yeah, it was either gold
But
or
it's like,
silver.
If she wouldn't have passed and she wouldn't have got that height, then
But it's like, why didn't
would
the other
she-
girl just
exactly?
pass that?
So it's like I wonder if it's like a first come first serve. Like I'm gonna pass, and then you can't.
there's got to be
pass.
something with
but
it, and
I would
maybe it's
think-
because you got it on your first one last time. I don't know.
Maybe,
It has to be
yeah,
something with
There's
it.
got
I
to be
don't know.
something. I wish I would have looked it up. but
I've never known somebody that's pole vaulted.
me either.
You know, I've known pretty much everything else, but I've never known a pole vaulter.
Yeah,
So if you're a pole vaulter out there, let us know.
yeah. Maybe you can let us know.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
So this one other thing that I was looking at, fourth place finishes too this year. Italy was the top with fourth place finishes. They had 26 fourth place finishes. That would suck.
It would.
Like,
I think that's the worst. I think if I was going
you
to
don't want to
lose
be
in the
at the
Olympics,
top of that. U.S. is the
Yeah.
second, by the way, with 22.
Yeah.
But I'd rather, I think, get eighth than fourth.
I think so too. That's what I was just going to say. I think I'd rather just be like, hey, everybody was better than me. Like, literally everybody. But
It's like, all right, I'm eighth in the world.
and then you think
But-
about like how close fourth is too. It's thousandth of a second.
Yeah.
It's so close. It's so
Yeah, on like the
minuscule.
races and different stuff,
Yeah.
or like even like the heights and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I don't know what is your opinion on getting silver and bronzes?
I would think. So I was talking to my dad about this, especially in like the team events. I feel like if you're going into the gold medal match, I think that would be the hardest match to prepare yourself for, because going into it, you're like, no matter what, I'm going to win a
Gotta
medal.
get a medal.
And you would think like you would be just as happy with a silver as a gold, or like still like pretty happy with a silver, but like
See, so for
So I don't know.
me, and me and Megan talked about this a little bit. It almost makes me feel like the silver and the bronze are kind of like they're just not as good. Like obviously they're
Yeah.
not as good. Gold's first,
yeah,
but it's like it doesn't really matter.
yeah.
It's like it's not that big of a
I
deal.
mean, yeah,
And I think because Michael Phelps in '08,
maybe,
that's what me and her were saying. I think he got us so used to like, hey, if he gets silver,
yeah.
it was a waste.
I think
He
like
wanted 8 golds, 8 events, 8 golds. I think
Yeah.
that was like we've talked about before. I've watched the Olympics before. That was the first one that I was really into.
Yeah.
Megan, same thing. And I think that was because everybody was saying, hey, if he gets a silver or bronze, yeah, it's all right, but it was like
it's
that.
not as
That's a
cool.
loss.
Yeah, yeah. And I
Mhm.
think like U.S. puts a lot of emphasis on gold medals as well, because just looking at the medal count, we destroyed in total medals.
Mhm.
Like,
It looks
And
like
then-
the second. So we got 44 silvers. France got 26. China got 27. We
Yeah.
got 42 bronze. The next one, it looks like, is Great Britain at 29.
yeah.
And then, yeah, we're at 40.
But then,
gold
like,
with China.
when you look up Olympic standings or something like that, it will say USA tied with China.
Mhm.
But because it just bases on golds.
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, it's like, well, you're not counting the bronze and silvers. Like, so if you count everything, USA dominates. But yet, still, people are going to look back at,
If we would have gotten
Who
39
won?
and China would have
Yeah.
got 40, people would be like, well, China
Yep.
won
yeah,
it.
they won the Olympics.
And so I think, obviously you
Whatever.
want to get first. But it's like, does it diminish you getting silver and bronze?
I don't know. It shouldn't. Like,
It's-
if
if I was an
like,
athlete, I'd be stoked,
Exactly.
But at the same time, man, that would suck to not
It
get.
would.
Like you
Yeah.
said, especially the team sports going into that last game. Sweet, I'm going to get a gold or silver. Well,
Yeah.
all right. Say in 20 years, you look at your silver medal and you're just like, wow, we lost the last game.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like it would be kind of like a double-edged sword a little bit, because it's a constant reminder of you losing.
Mhm.
But then it's
even
also
on not
just
even
like
just
a-
the team,
Yeah.
even the individual. Mhm.
Like, but you're also still looking at it as like, wow, I did that. That's
I was the
such
second
a
best
great,
in the world.
such a great
Right there.
accomplishment. So
Uh-huh.
it's like it would be weird.
Yeah.
Like
And-
I imagine, like I wonder, like athletes that have won gold, silver, and bronze, like, do they even put up the
Like,
silver and bronze?
So that's where like Michael Phelps.
yeah,
Okay, he has what 23 golds.
yeah.
Yeah, did he throw away the gold, silver and bronze?
I wouldn't think that you'd throw them away, but
It's
like,
does he just
he'll
give them
probably
to
put,
charity
like-
or something?
he'll probably put the gold medals like in this special like box,
Yeah.
and then I don't even know if he puts up
And
the
they're just in
silver
a
or
shoebox
bronze.
or something.
Yeah.
like honestly,
I don't know.
I mean, that's like something like that. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, you have all these gold medals.
Yeah,
Are you going to show your bronze and silver?
probably
medals off
not.
too?
Like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
This is still an accomplishment, but
It would.
even just making the Olympics is an accomplishment. I mean, being the top in the world,
Yep.
that's an accomplishment, And so
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. It's
I think it maybe probably depends on your age too, a little bit, because all the like really young competitors, they probably don't care. Like, hey, if I got a bronze, I'm acting like that's a gold. Like,
I think maybe it's just the competitive nature in me,
yeah,
and I'm like, man, I wouldn't
and
want
it might
silver or bronze. I
it might
want that
depend
gold,
too.
you know?
Like, you might not make the next Olympics.
Oh,
So,
for sure. It might be. I mean, there's
might be
tons
a
of
one
people
and
that it's
done.
one and done.
Yeah,
And I mean, you see the countries like St. Lucia. This was
Mhm.
their first medals they got,
ever. Yeah.
and they got a gold and a silver.
Yep.
And even if it was a bronze, they would have been stoked. That's
Yeah.
the first medal you've ever gotten. And
Yeah.
so it's just, I don't know. It's such a weird, and I guess for us just looking at it, it's so much different than actually being an Olympian there. Like I
Yeah.
said, I think being an Olympian would just be such an honor.
Yeah.
Like, say in 30 years, you're telling your kids, "Well, yeah, I was in the Olympics." You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
That would
yeah,
be cool.
I was racing the fastest people in the world,
Yeah.
and I got fourth or fifth.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what kind of stinks too. It's like you don't really have anything to show for it if you
Yeah.
get fourth or whatever. You know. But,
Yeah. Other
I
than
don't
if
know.
you save like a clip or something, and
Yeah.
yeah, there's me or whatever. But
So I wanted to ask to this. Megan kind of spoiled it, but out of all the colleges, this college finished with 39 medals, like athletes from this college. It
Yeah.
wasn't just you, like, because there's a lot of other
other countries that
countries that come to school here.
Yep.
I know you know the
Yeah.
school now, but would you have thought? So the school's Stanford.
Yep.
Would you have thought it was Stanford?
Probably not.
That's like,
It
what would you?
makes-
I was going to ask, what, like, guess. Who would you have guessed?
I probably would have picked. I don't know, it's hard to tell because already know it, but
I think
Yeah.
I would have said a California school.
Yeah.
I think I would have said USC though. That
yeah,
probably
I was
would have
thinking
popped in my head.
USC, like maybe UCLA.
Yeah,
like,
and Stanford maybe. You know, I
But-
think a lot of swimmers are big in Stanford.
yeah,
I think Arizona State's a big one in swimming for sure. and
Florida. I
stuff.
think are they
I
big?
don't remember as much in Florida,
'Cause
but
doesn't Katie Ledecky train in Florida? I don't remember now.
yeah, but she didn't go to Florida though.
No.
I don't think she
But yeah.
trains there now, but she doesn't. I can't remember where she.
But yeah, I would
but-
think like somewhere
or somewhere
in,
in
LA,
Texas maybe.
just because it's big.
Yeah.
And a lot of people I know like gymnasts are big in Texas. Like
Mhm.
that's where
That's where.
Simone Biles owns
Mhm.
a gym, and Jordan Childs like works there now or trains there now. But yeah, I probably would have picked an LA just because that's a big hub,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep.
And you like, I know this being back from when I was stationed in South Korea. They all know LA. They all know like
Yeah.
California. So other countries.
Yeah, out
don't
of other
know
countries, you probably it's
California.
L.A., New York,
Yeah.
Miami,
Yeah.
Dallas
So I think like
are probably the top four.
if you were a top athlete in another country, you're
like, I'm
probably
gonna go-
thinking, I want to go to U.S. And when you think of the United States, you think California. So yeah, I would probably have guessed that Stanford probably wanted to.
yeah, I don't know if I would have thought of Stanford.
Yeah.
Honestly, I probably would have went USC or UCLA first.
Yeah.
But it was a little surprising to me that I didn't see the whole breakdown. But yeah, 39 from
Yeah.
that. So there's a couple sports that are leaving, and we've talked about this. Breaking most likely is leaving.
Which I'm not surprised with. I saw a few.
I thought I was going to watch it more. I did not watch a single
I thought it
one.
was weird because it was like at the very tail end.
Mhm.
It's like it's almost like they didn't want to show it.
Yeah.
Which
I didn't watch a single one. And I watched it was never on prime time, really.
The only one I watched was the gold medal match for men's. It was between France and Canada, and that was pretty cool. But
And
like,
I think it's cool what they can do
Yeah.
and stuff, but I still don't see it as an Olympic
I
sport.
just don't think it fits.
Yeah, it's just kind of a weird thing.
Yeah,
So boxing's another one that's on the fence, I guess, and that's with like the boxing federation and everything.
Mhm.
But I thought it was interesting. So the pentathlon, which is like a ton of different things
Yeah.
in one, they're taking equestrian out, and it's. Do you know what it's? Have you heard that?
Uh,
So it's going to be replaced with American Ninja Warrior style,
Hey, that's
like
pretty cool.
obstacle. Like, course.
I was saying that like at the start of the year that they should have something like that. That would be cool.
I think if it does good in the pentathlon, I could see it becoming its own.
Yeah.
as well.
I could.
And so I'm actually excited to see that.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Because it'll be interesting to see, because on that American Ninja Warrior, not everybody gets through. Like, I would say majority of people don't get through.
Yeah.
So you get points, like, because the pentathlon, you get points for certain
Yeah.
things. Well, do you get points with how far you go?
That's how the show is, at least.
Well, so, okay, so say you go 50 feet in 20 seconds, okay?
Yeah.
This other person goes 75 feet in 5 minutes.
It's probably going to be
That's
like
where, like,
it's probably going to be by like obstacle, because that's how it is in the show. It's like, all right, you cleared obstacle. It's like a total of 10 obstacles or something. You cleared 2 of them. You're better than somebody that cleared only 1 of them. If
Yeah.
you both clear 2, it's kind of like a tie.
I
You
was
each
like
get,
wondering, I was like, maybe
something.
they have to finish it. Or they
Maybe.
get 10 minutes or something,
Yeah.
or 5 minutes, and it's however far you can get kind
Yeah.
of thing, maybe? I
Yeah.
don't know.
There's so many different ways they can go with that. Like, you could do bonus points if you finish. You could do, like whoever makes it past the farther, like most obstacles. Like, it just
I think it would
depends.
be a cool, because it's kind of like that sport climbing in a way, slash like some other stuff. I think it'd be a pretty cool lone event, honestly.
I think so, too.
And so it might get there
Yeah.
eventually. I don't think it'll obviously get in this one.
Yeah.
I don't know how long before they have to announce, because they've already announced some that are coming
Mm-hmm.
in 2028, which is lacrosse. This is the first time since 1908 that lacrosse has been in the
I
Olympics.
didn't even know lacrosse used to be in the Olympics.
I agree, because when I saw like, oh, lacrosse is coming back, I'm like, oh, I didn't realize it was there, and then it
Yeah.
was 1908. I'm like, I didn't even realize lacrosse was around that long.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that
That's
was
insane.
That's kind of cool. It was 1908. Cricket, which is the first time since 1900, which I'm actually a little surprised that cricket hasn't been in there, because
Yeah.
it sounds like, obviously I don't know the world other than like the U.S. It sounds like it's pretty big in the world.
It is. I
And
love me
so
some cricket.
It surprises me that it hasn't
I would
been in
watch
since
cricket all the
1900.
time if it was more
Well,
like prominent here.
it might get like that.
I think
honestly.
it's fun.
I know we've watched a couple
Yeah.
on like the
I was
Uzi
kind of
and stuff,
explaining
you know?
to you the rules and stuff,
Mhm.
but I think it's fun. Yeah.
So that's coming. Baseball and softball are coming back.
I'm excited about that. I did not hear about softball. I
Mm-hmm.
heard about baseball, but I loved watching softball growing up. I think
Jenny
softball
Finch.
is fun, like more fun to watch than baseball. Honestly, there's so much more strategy. I think, and yeah, I think it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I'm excited that that's coming back.
Squash is coming back, or not coming. This will be the first time ever squash, and then flag football, which we've talked a little bit
Yeah.
about flag football in the past. So that'll be a big one. It'll be interesting to see what athletes do it.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a difference between like tackle football and flag football.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, because even like receivers and stuff, like, yeah, you can play flag football, but you're also used to those hitting and stuff. And so
Yeah,
it'll be
it's a
interesting to
different
see
game.
if any
It's gonna be interesting.
NFL players or
if they
anything like that.
can. Yeah. I
Or-
would think they probably wouldn't be allowed, but I don't know. Maybe to like
I could see
help-
some college players
Yeah.
possibly
Yeah.
playing, but I don't know. You know,
Maybe like it would have to be like college players that don't have NIL deals. I think so, because it has to do
Maybe.
with like because Olympics is all about amateurs and not professionals.
well, not
Like,
anymore.
they've got away from that. Yeah, but
I mean, like way back when, but now I would
Yeah.
say almost every single athlete is a professional in their sport.
yeah,
I mean,
I
other
don't
than
know.
like the really young ones,
it would be interesting.
but yeah, I mean,
think-
it used to be all about amateurs. Now, not at all,
Yeah.
really. You know,
But yeah, it's going to
So-
be interesting on the rest of the world how they adopt flag football.
well, U.S. just lost to who was it? They were playing like a month ago.
Yeah.
And U.S. or China.
Yeah,
U.S. Flag football lost to China
Yeah.
flag football, which everybody's like, what?
Yeah.
I think it was China or Japan or
I
can't
know they
remember.
lost to Japan. Like it was like an under 20 league or something.
Which
I
and
don't
they
know.
got their butts kicked. It
Yeah.
was like 45 to like 21 or something like that. It's
Yeah,
like, what? in
I
the
think there
world?
was some stuff I was reading about that though that I don't know. There was certain like stipulations on who could be on the team.
Even
I
then,
don't even
though,
know.
it's like football is America's sport.
yeah,
Really, it's like,
yeah,
how do you lose that? But
Yeah, I don't know.
hey, who knows? I was surprised. I mean, we said that we thought pickleball would get in there.
yeah.
I was
think
very surprised
maybe
about that.
squash is gonna be like a helper
Kinda,
to like
yeah.
pickleball. It's like, hey, it's not quite the same, but it's kind of similar.
Yeah,
but-
and maybe pickleball is kind of like in the trajectory up.
Yeah.
Because even the past couple of years, it's definitely gotten bigger here. So maybe it's
Yeah.
just kind of like, maybe in 2032, it'll be in there. But disc golf, we kind of mentioned. I'm not surprised disc golf's not in there.
yeah. I think eventually it still will, but
Yeah, yeah,
maybe you got a few more years to get in there. But
exactly. Like, who knows? And they always are adding stuff and taking some stuff away,
Yeah.
one or two things and stuff. And so, I wish we would have seen that. The other one thing I really want to touch on too, we've kind of been going all kinds of Olympics and stuff. I took some notes, but Diana Taurasi, she got her 6th gold, which makes her the most decorated team sport athlete in in Olympic history. Not even
Yeah.
American, Olympic history. She didn't play in the last game, but 6 golds.
yeah,
That's pretty impressive, man.
24 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
24 years in a team sport too.
Yeah.
And it's like I get like, hey, she played a little bit here and there,
yeah,
not in the final game, but all right, the team sport. But even just to make the team, they're
Yeah.
not going to just put you on there just because. I mean,
I
she's not a bad player still.
She's
though.
not.
Like,
Not
do
at
I
all.
think Caitlin Clark should have gotten on before her? Yes.
yeah,
Her leadership though is definitely
Yeah, it's
valuable
huge.
as well. And so, was there other people that could have gotten on?
Yeah.
Yes, but it's not like she was like this person that plays 5 minutes in the WNBA or like that barely ever plays. Like, she still is a starter and
Yeah.
a pretty good player.
How many does LeBron have? Does he have 5 now?
Now he only has 3 golds because he was in. Let's see here. He won a bronze in 04,
Okay.
gold in 08, gold in 12. Then he didn't do 16 or 20, and now
Yeah.
gold in 24.
Okay.
And so he could. He just said no.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have had it. But so I know this isn't all Olympics, but I wanted to say this because when I saw this, Diana Taurasi in her career, okay, she has 6 gold medals, 3 NCAA titles, 3 WNBA titles, 3 FIBA World Cups, 6 Euro League titles, and is the WNBA all-time leading scorer.
That's a pretty impressive
Dude,
resume.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
I know, like, she was good, but being
Yeah.
on that many champions, like Euro League and all this different
Yeah.
stuff, it's like, wow.
That makes it more like, yeah, you gotta have her on the team. With a resume like that and like stuff to back up her play and stuff. So yeah, it makes a lot more sense doing that.
I didn't realize she won all those like Euro Leagues and the FIBA World Cups and everything. And for some reason, I didn't realize even she had won like the 6 goals. I didn't realize she
Yeah.
was a
I
part
know
of
that was a
all
big thing.
6. I thought she,
Coming
for some
into
reason,
it.
I thought this was like her 4th.
Yeah.
Just probably because nobody's ever on 6 teams, really,
Yeah.
And so that was
It's
interesting.
gonna be interesting if somebody will ever tie that, or
I'm trying to
I
think
couldn't
of,
think of anybody maybe beating it.
well, and that's the thing too, because very rarely is a team sport winning 6 golds in a row.
Yeah.
And so that's what you need, that plus somebody good enough
Yeah.
to do it. LeBron could have done it, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have won. Say they would have not even 04. So 08, 12, 16, 20, 24. So that would have been 5. If they would have won in 04, he
Yeah,
could have
or
won that.
he is still playing in 4 years and
Dude,
2028. I could
You know,
see him even if
because
he
it's in
retires.
LA.
Yeah, I could
Do you
see
think
it.
they'd let him on the team?
Oh yeah,
Like, say he's washed up. Like, say
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not even playing. really.
LeBron being washed up, that shouldn't even be in the same sentence.
True, very true. I mean,
like-
his washed up is still
Yeah,
top 50 in the NBA.
Yeah.
and so,
So it's like, even if LeBron retires in 2 years, I think he just probably could not even touch a basketball for 2 more years, and they'd still be
Still?
like, hey, you want to be on the team? Like,
dude, that would be
I think-
crazy. He would be 43,
yeah,
which isn't that. I mean,
I
it's
could see
old,
him-
but it's not like.
I could see him Olympic playing till he's like 50. Honestly,
The thing is, though, it's not like he can just say, "All right, I'm done," and then, "All right, 6 months before, like 3 months before, all right, I'm gonna start training." Like, because
I mean, maybe
I don't.
like I don't know. You see athletes doing that all the time. Terrell Owens was maybe saying I
Yeah.
can go back to the NFL, and he's 50. It's like
I think LeBron could do it.
I
It's
think he
just like,
could.
is he gonna want to?
I don't know.
It would be really
Maybe.
crazy. So, say Bronny gets really good,
Yeah,
and he makes the Olympics. I don't think he's gonna become that type of player
yeah.
where he
I don't
could.
think so either.
But say if he did,
I think there's more of a chance Bryce
yeah,
James.
yeah, I've been saying that for years. I think Bryce
Yeah.
is better than Bronny. But yeah, say Bronny could make the Olympics or Bryce even.
He could be like
Like-
the first father duo to win a gold medal.
I wonder if that's ever happened.
I don't know.
But that would be insane.
But yeah,
Like,
I could totally see it since it's in LA.
now like my mind's just kind of like going. I'm like,
That's
I,
my
I
prediction.
feel like it won't happen.
I think it will. You don't think it will?
I
I,
don't
think it
think-
will. I think 100%.
When we have 10 million subscribers in 4 years,
Yep.
you guys will have to listen back to this episode.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
dude, it would kind of be cool, you know. I mean, being in LA, I'm sure it's tempting. Like if he stays healthy, if he doesn't have anything major, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's tempting for him.
I mean, the way he like takes care of his body though too.
Good. Well, and that's
very
where
possible.
everybody keeps saying like, all right, well, when's he going to retire and stuff? Is he going to retire this
Yeah.
year? And it's like,
Who knows?
dude,
Maybe
he looks.
maybe Tom Brady will be on the flag football team, and then LeBron on the
Dude, that would be crazy.
2028 basketball.
I'd
team.
rather have Peyton Manning
Yeah.
just because I like Peyton, you know.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, that would
I
be
don't know.
exciting to watch. LeBron was like the only
2028.
player on the USA team this year that I actually enjoyed watching. I think
I like Derek White too,
Derek
being
White,
from Colorado. You know, I like him,
I'm
but
glad he won.
I mean, Embiid, just
Yeah.
terrible. I was tweeting a little bit about him. Did you see it?
No,
No, yeah, I tweeted. Like every time he got the ball, he's just looking for a foul every
Yep.
single time. And Jokic is just like cooking him. Like,
yeah,
oh my gosh, I just do not like Embiid at all.
Yeah.
Booker too, Devin Booker. I didn't mind Steph Curry as much as I
like him.
usually do. Like usually I can't stand him, but I didn't mind him as much this like during the Olympics. I don't
think-
know why.
I don't know. I thought he was just as annoying. Yeah,
To finish it off though, future locations. We got 2026 Italy, Milan, Italy, 2028 LA, 2030 in the French Alps back in France. 2032 is in Brisbane, Australia. 2034 Salt Lake. Out of those, what do you think is going to be like the most fun? I know obviously like we kind of are biased with the US, but like what do you think will be like the coolest?
well, I prefer summer over winter, so I'm gonna knock out all
the
winter.
winter.
So then it was
So
what
it's Brisbane,
LA,
Australia, or LA?
Brisbane.
Yeah, because the 2036 hasn't gotten announced yet.
I would love Brisbane. I think that could
Be
be
cool.
pretty exciting.
I think the French Alps in the winter is going to probably
Yeah.
look pretty sweet.
That'd be
you
cool.
know?
I don't know. I never get into winter as much as summer. I don't know why.
I like winter. You know, I love curling.
Yeah.
That's my jam. You know,
I don't know.
I think
if
I'm
they
worried.
bring in snow volleyball, I'm in.
Well, we'll be there then
Yeah.
if they do that. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
worried about how LA is going to look compared to Paris.
Well, you know they're gonna clean it up
Well, not like
and all that.
the volleyball. The backdrop was the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, that was sick.
What's LA going to be?
I don't know.
You know, I mean,
Hollywood sign?
and exactly, and they're
Maybe.
playing in these like historic
Yeah,
coliseums and different
Yeah.
stuff. It's like,
yeah.
really, what's
I mean, LA
don't
doesn't
know.
have nearly as much history as
Yeah.
like.
obvious?
Paris
Well, and
does,
it's
but
obviously a lot newer too.
it's different.
But it's like we don't even have like huge structures or anything like that there.
No.
And so I'm like, I'm a little worried that it's like, I feel like Paris, this Olympics was almost flawless. Like it was a
I-
great Olympics,
Yeah.
you know, all around. And so I'm hoping, especially because you know, everybody outside the country is so like
Yeah,
about the U.S. You know, they're always like,
yeah, they
I
definitely
can't
have
think
their
of
opinions.
yeah opinionated
Opinionated,
about
yeah.
the U.S. And so it's like, are they just wow, L.A. cool?
Yeah,
There's a billboard.
yeah.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting where they put everything, or if they make any like new arenas and
Yeah.
whatnot.
I mean,
but,
SoFi will look cool. They'll do the track and field there and the swimming.
yeah,
And so they're actually going to flip it, it sounds like, where track and field's going to be at the beginning of the Olympics, and then swimming's going to be after.
that's cool.
And
I
so-
think I would have preferred that this year.
I think it's swimming, too, it's just like we just get into it more.
Yeah.
I think that's why, you know.
Yeah.
And so that'll be a little different. But
But
I
yeah,
don't know,
it'll
man.
it'll be interesting. It's always funny to see how they like pretty up places because
they'll make it
Yeah.
look good. I just think the backdrops are going to probably suck,
probably
to be honest.
maybe they'll just put everything
Right by the beach.
ocean.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just,
Hey,
hey,
here's the ocean.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I don't
Because
know.
I don't know. And are they going to do everything based in LA, or is some going to be in like Sacramento and
I think
different
they
stuff
probably
like
would.
that?
I think that's.
Pretty much in
Yeah.
LA, you think?
I think most of the stuff will probably be in LA, but
I think it's the winter that
They could
is
go, like-
more spread out.
yeah, probably just because of.
Well, some have to be like in the mountains.
Yeah.
Others like you don't have to.
But
be
yeah,
and
I
stuff,
would be shocked if they didn't spread things out in Cali. Like go to.
So you
like,
think it
San
will?
Diego. I
You
think,
think
it
they
will.
will?
Maybe a little bit, not like winter where it's like all
yeah,
spread out.
like within
but
an hour or two.
You'll have like a few events in San Diego or
Yeah,
something like that.
it'll be interesting. And like the basketball, for example, it's like, all right, are they going to have it like the Lakers Stadium or the Clippers Stadium? Probably the Clippers,
Probably
just
the
because it's
Clippers, it's
newer,
gonna
you
be
know.
newer.
But it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just not. I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe it's
So far,
different.
cool.
It's different for us though because we're used to all
Seeing
the
all
U.S.
that
stuff.
stuff.
We're
Yeah,
used to
maybe.
seeing that. Like people from other world, like outside the U.S. is like, man, I've never seen this stuff.
True.
Like, this is cool. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
could be. Yeah, true.
But yeah,
Well, you got anything else, man? We got a lot of Olympics. We just talked
Um,
about it, and next week, hopefully, we will have our guest on. We're going to try to do that before football season starts. Get him
Yeah.
and talk to him a little bit about Nuggets schedule. Hopefully, is coming out this
Yeah.
week. We'll probably touch on that a little bit. Maybe
Yep.
wait a little bit, and then college and NFL is coming
Yeah,
soon.
I'm
Man.
pumped.
hmm
but
Notre
yeah.
Dame's first game, like against Texas A&M, dude, on my birthday. I'm so
Nice.
pumped, you know.
SCU plays on the 29th,
Yep.
I think. Yeah,
Mhm. So
but yeah, I'm
should be
pumped.
fun.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Cool.
Hopefully, everybody has a great week.
Yeah,
Maybe
enjoy
let
the
us
Olympics.
know what was your favorite Olympic highlight or thing that happened or athlete to
Yeah,
watch
most
or
memorable. Mm-hmm.
who knows. Like, give us comments on what you thought of this episode.
Exactly.
And yeah.
Yep. Well, we will see you later, alligators. Peace.